Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Jessie Andani from Class Management 6C. This video is my final assessment relapsing the UAS exam for the International Business course. And the theme I'll be covering is the relationship between global geopolitics, war, currency exchange rates, and multinational company strategies in facing today global uncertainty. If we look at the state of the world today, in 2026, international business is sitting in the middle of a period of intense uncertainty. The Russian-Ukraine war that hasn't fully ended, conflict in the Middle East, tension in Sudan, and the ongoing trade rivalry between the United States and China. None of this is just politics. It's hitting the world's biggest business directly. Global economists, including the chief economist at EMD, have even described today's geopolitical landscape as a boiling cauldron of uncertainty. In other words, almost every multinational company now needs a risk mitigation strategy, not just a market expansion strategy like before. So how exactly do war and geopolitics affect international business in concrete terms? First, supply chain disruption. When a region that produces energy or food get caught in conflict, the price of raw material and shipping costs rise worldwide. Second, economic sanction. Major powers frequently impose sanction on countries involved in conflict, which force multinational companies to shut down their operation there, even if it means absorbing heavy loss. Third, trade fragmentation. The world used to chase cost efficiency through outsourcing to the cheapest country available. Now, it's shifting toward geopolitical security, a principle known as friend sourcing, choosing trade partner based on political alignment rather than just the lowest price. Now, all of this is actually closely tied to currency exchange rates too. Whenever geopolitical tension or war breaks out, global investors typically move their money into assets considered safe, such as the US dollar. This is called a flight to safety. As a result, developing country currency, including the Indonesian rupiah, tend to weaken. Central banks in many countries are then forced to raise their benchmark interest rate to slow the currency decline and control inflation, but the risk is that borrowing becomes more expensive for companies, and economic growth can slow down. For multinational companies, exchange rate fluctuation isn't a small matter because profit they earn overseas can swing sharply and value once converted back into their home currency. That's why many companies apply at hedging strategy or value protection to keep that risk under control. To make this clear, let me give you one real example. McDonald's. After Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, McDonald's was forced to close more than 800 outlets in Russia. But closing the stores wasn't cheap. The company still had to pay the salary of around 62,000 employees and cover rental costs, even though the store weren't operation. The losses were estimated at around $50 million every month. At its peak, when McDonald's finally sold its entire Russian business to a local businessman in mid-2022, the company recorded a loss of around $1.3 billion in just 6 months. The lesson here is important. No matter how large or successful a multinational company is in a given country, political decision and armed conflict can force it to exit within a short period of time, and that's a risk that can be captured by ordinary market analysts alone. So, in conclusion, in today's era, international business can no longer focus only on marketing strategy or cost efficiency. Global companies need to be prepared to face geopolitical risks, exchange rate fluctuation, and the potential for conflict that can happen at any time. Strategies such as market verification, currency hedging, and friendshoring are the keys for companies to keep surviving amid this uncertain world. That concludes my presentation. Jesse and Danny, Class Management 60, for the final assignment relapsing the UAS exam in international business. Thank you for attention. Bye!